Hello, it's Melinda from Scrapbook and Craft. Thought I'd come on with a project share today. I made this yesterday. It's a Flowish Style Journal. So if you don't know what a Flowish Style Journal is, Flow magazine is a book, and once a year they put out a paper lovers guide, paper lovers book, and it's about an inch thick of all different sorts of papers and things you can use in your craft. There's envelopes in there, there's printed papers, there's tags, there's like wrapping paper, there's all sorts of stuff. So it started on YouTube that people make Flowish Style Journals. And basically it's a loose bound journal, so it's only got loop binding. I'll show you that in a minute. And you fill it with supplies that another person can use or yourself can use in other projects. So it's not a bound album you actually physically work in, but it's an album that is full of supplies that you can take pieces of paper out and things and use them. So I decided to do a swap with a lady in Australia. I don't think she's actually on YouTube, but she's in the Facebook groups. And this is my completed flow journal. Now we did decide on a small journal, and I sort of started and I've made this massive, but that's okay. I make things massive. This is a 30 centimetre ruler. So it's 30 centimetres by, yeah, a bit over 30 centimetres, and then the spine, it's one chunky monkey. And the spine is about 7.5 centimetres. So we'll make a nice album for it. And it's got the bag handles on the top, so you can actually carry it like a bag. It's hard to get in the camera. So this is actually, as you can see, it's an Officeworks paper bag. So with the paper bag, basically what I did is you know how they've got, like the gusseted bags have, I don't have another one to show you. Sort of, maybe. Oh, okay, I'll show you this one. This is one that's hanging around from my daughter's birthday. So this is what it was like. It was this, what I call this gusseted bag here. So what I've just done is cut down here, straight down, and I've halved the bag. What I wanted to do was strengthen it with a bit of cardboard for stability. And I ended up making it really big because I wasn't really sort of paying attention. A lot of people have made them small and folded the pieces of paper. I didn't really like that idea, so I thought I'd have a go at making a big one. It is bigger than we decided to swap, but that's okay. So it's got 2 signatures in it, and I've reinforced it with 1.8mm chipboard, or cardboard. So I put this on the back of the brown paper bag, and this is what I use in my business to cut all my wonderful shapes out of. So I've got that by the ton sitting in my room. So this binding is loop binding, so basically it's a loop around like this, and then a loop, 2 bindings, and it's looped in the middle, and you just tuck the papers in. If I can get a piece of paper. So pretend this is your binding on the inside, you just tuck your papers underneath. I'll show you on the inside, but it's a bit hard, and then you just fold them over. So then they can just easily slip out. So I filled it with, these handles are a cute idea, but they're getting in the way. So let me open this up. So I've left the cover brown. I love the leaf design on the Officeworks bags, and I believe what's got in the back, it's got the same leaf on the back as well. And I've just strengthened the binding with a bit of masking tape. So you could paint this, spray this, you could use this as an album. There's glue on my table. So I'll show you what I've done. As I said, I've strengthened the binding so it does sit flat with the chipboard. So on the inside front cover, signatures are just wanting to move all around. So the inside front cover, the giant paper clip. So I've stuck some post-it notes down the side. There's a strip of packaging down here as a belly band you can take off and use. It does have a small tear in the middle of it. That's how my daughter removed it from the bag. She didn't think that I wanted it. So she's torn it in the middle, but that's okay. So this is just a lunch bag pocket we get here in Australia. Whoops. I just filled it with some goodies. So I filled it with, this is a watch pamphlet. Got some beautiful big watch faces. This is another pamphlet I love. There's this jewellery shop in my town. Every time I go in there, I cannot resist picking up some of the brochures. This is awesome. Apart from the awesome graphics, you open it this way, and then you open it that way. So I thought she'll have fun either putting that in the journal or using it. What else was on the inside? Oh, there was another, it's a brochure for crafts site. A few of these postcards that I've been picking up, these are free postcards you can pick up. If I remember, I'll put the link down the bottom. Advant is the place, and you can Google places near you. It's mainly, universities have them, some coffee shops, and different places. Usually tourist attractions have them, like my local art gallery, my local Capitol Theatre, which is a like the theatre place have them, and they're just advertising different things. Sometimes they're artist artwork. That one's for a library, and that's just a cool image. This one's Art in the Heart. They're advertising different things. Some of them are artist work, some of them, that's the zoo, so she could use the back of these. This is another arty one. And then this one, I don't know, DC Comics, a block of brick or something or other, but I just love the imagery on them. So I threw those around there's 4 on the front, and then I threw some of those in the bag. So they're 6x4 size, so they make awesome postcards, or they'll make big tags, so they will clip onto the front here, and this is a way of keeping the pocket closed with the giant paper clips I got from Daiso. So just moving this across a bit, see if I can get in frame. Sorry for the weird camera angle, let me see if I can fix it a little. There we go, maybe, no, that's a bit worse, I'm sorry. Oh, now I've just noticed what the problem is. Oh, I hate when people do this to videos, so I'm so sorry. Adjusting it while you're looking. Oh, that's a really weird angle. And I don't know how to edit, and I don't want to start again. Isn't that terrible? There we go. I'm sorry. Made you all sick. I'll just leave it now. So, as I said, there's post-it notes here. So, this is the first signature. So, the little clip here is actually a bulldog, what I call a bulldog clip that's got zebras on it. This is just some packaging from some paper clips I got. And I've made some envelopes out of book paper, and these are some playing cards in the first envelope, and then the next 2 envelopes are just blank and empty, so I thought she could use those. This is my first attempt at a Flowish Journal. I've never seen one in real life, I've only seen them on YouTube videos, so we'll see how we go. So this lovely, I'll take this off again. So I've tried to put in images and stuff that I think I would use. So this is just gorgeous. This is out of a recycled book, and it's actually joined. A lot of these big pages are joined in the middle still because I cut the binding to get them out of the book, but I love that image, so I'm sure I should be able to do something with that. I can imagine a good picture or something drawn in the middle of it and coloured in. Okay, so next we've got a Converse brochure. So this brochure opens up. There's a really nice paper, and I love some of the colours in it, but I just love it for folding out. This is a page from an Illusions book. My library chucks out a lot of books. They were fill a bag for $1 or something last year, so my daughter and I go mad, and that's just some Illusions. I thought that'd be fun to cut out. Timetable for Bendigo to Melbourne train I had laying around. You'll see the other halves of these when I do the book. This is out of a children's book that my daughter's finished with. There's another strip of that. Was around the pencil case. This brown paper is actually from a middle roll of a Christmas roll of paper. Instead of being a solid roll, it's just like, it's about yay wide, and they've rolled the paper on it. This little thing here is a brochure for my town. Lady I'm swapping with is in Tasmania, so I put a bit of Bendigo stuff. This is like a cool little brochure to go and decorate or to use parts of, and got little maps and little buildings and stuff. This is out of another book, an architecture, a gardening book, and I love the paper. Another little thing, we had, Bendigo had Marilyn Monroe. We had this awesome big statue in our town. It was just massive, and we had a Marilyn Monroe at the gallery of her clothing and stuff from her movies. So this is all about our town with different maps and little pictures and things. I thought that might come in handy. As I've not done this before, I'm not sure what to put in a flow book, but I use stuff like that in my art. So another paper clip, little scissors, a little belly band off some papers. These here is a photocopy. When my printer decided it didn't want to work anymore, I thought I'd use up all the ink, so I've stamped these on book paper and was photocopying them, so it's a photocopy page. And I photocopied about 300 pages before my printer decided it was totally out of ink, which was very surprising. So to connect these A4 sheets in, I'll just pull this one out a little. What I've just done is done a little hinge with a bit of black paper I had spare, and it's just taped on there, so she can take that out. Let me just shove that back that way. So I've done a few of that to a few of them. Just put a little false hinge. Basically it's a scrap of paper I folded in half and then used a bit of double-sided tape to attach on. Some more postcards over here with a giant paper clip. This one's a calendar of some sorts. Some are fun here. Voyage to the Moon. A lot of these are exhibitions and stuff advertising, but I just love the cool imagery. Look at those. Look at that one. So these are all free postcards I picked up, and I've got bunches of them. And when I pick them up, I grab a few of them because they come in handy, and I've not used them yet. Bruny Island, some free travel magazines that I've been given. I love the dolphins. That'd be fun to cut out. Some whales. Howard Storage World. A little brochure for that. Some cute little images. that I tend to like to use and cut out. Some of my daughter's old book of handwriting, again that's been hinged in. Bit of another timetable, that's to Frankston in Melbourne. Some more pages, oh that's just some text out of a book. This is our Poppet Head in Bendigo, so this is a brochure from our town about our art gallery. Love this image, this is kind of cool. Some handmade paper, something else from Bendigo, I love this little image here. This is Experience Victorian Culture, I love this texty stuff here. Even some of these would be nice to cut up as washi strips. There's half a map of Victoria, the other half of the map is in here somewhere. I'm sure I stuck it in here. I've moved some things around, so I'm sure it's in here somewhere. This is a piece of cardstock that I've sprayed with a stencil many years ago, quite a few years ago, and just found, so I decided to stick this in. Some stickers I found, some cute little stickers and some emoji stickers, some handmade papers, a couple of envelopes. This is from some more stuff. Junk we get a lot of junk in Bendigo. Oh, our junk mail and free brochures, once you start looking for them, there's an abundance. And this lady I'm swapping with actually says she doesn't have a lot of junk mail, so that's why I've added a lot of that sort of stuff. Doily, this has come out of a magazine, so it's a cute little book with some faces in it, or you could use it. So this actually joins onto another page. No, it doesn't. It should join onto another page with the other half of this green stuff. So there's another page out of a book. Love this. This would be awesome to put a lady on and different things. Another half of that brochure. So now we're doing the other half of the back signature doily. I love these people and the open days. Another half of that cardstock. Half of that. Bendigo Artist Walk. I love this dragon. Handmade paper. Back of these artist things. All backs of things. Some of the backs of things aren't as great, but they're good. Back of the Howard Storage World. Back of the Dolphin brochure. Some of my art drawings. These are some of my black and white drawings that I've photocopied and included. Back of that Marilyn Monroe brochure. And we're getting to the second signature. Back of this is just gorgeous. This is from a children's book. I love that book. I just love the imagery. Another, oh that's the back of the timetable, back of the illusions page. Whoops, and that one just ripped. They're not sitting real well. I don't know what I've done. Probably shoved too much crap in it. This is another black and white picture I just love from that book. So hopefully it gets to Tasmania in one piece. This is going all the way from mainland Australia to Tasmania, so it's got to go in an aeroplane or on a boat. Another page from a beautiful book. I've got some beautiful coffee table books from my library. Was throwing out for like Phyllis shopping bag for $1. It was awesome. This is printed from the computer. When I was using up my ink, I was just finding images to print. So this is from an artist on Pinterest, but I don't know exactly who it was. That'd be fun to use. Some more of these postcards. Dancing Girls, a movie or a performance. Oh, there's the second one of that. What's this one? Nominate now. Mother of the Year. I love that image. But I thought these are even hard cards or stiff cards to use as a base, even if she covers up the images. So they're free to pick up. So if I remember, I'll put the link to those. This is from our library. I love the little ladybug and the little images here. That's from our library. Our library puts out a little booklet, and it's really nice paper. Once a season to advertise what's on at the library, including school holidays. So every time I go to the library, I pick a couple up. Toy Maker and the Bird, another book. Storybook. This is the front. This is Spring Holiday Program 2016. I love this hedgehog. This year's is actually I just picked it up this summer. Even though we're a month into summer, I hadn't picked one up. Hadn't been in the library for ages. Look at this. Isn't this gorgeous? So I may throw a few more books in here. Different things as well. Kangaroo. These have been torn out of a storybook that wasn't sewn, so I've hinged those as well. So beautiful picture of a kangaroo. This whale, the other half of the whale is down there. This is beautiful. So you can imagine just collaging and doing something with that. Some stamped images. These are just being taped to this page here. I love this page. That's just awesome, from a coffee table book. This on the back. This is actually all Japanese or Chinese paper. When I was down in Melbourne, we're near Daiso in Melbourne in the CBD, and just around the corner my daughter had to go to the toilet, and the toilets were upstairs, and we walked past these free magazines, or these free newspapers for it's either Japanese or Chinese. I'm thinking it might be Japanese by the looks of the people in it, but this is like, or is that Chinese? I don't know, tell me. That looks Chinese actually. So this is a whole bit of a newspaper, and this will be lovely to scan and print or even to use. And it's got some awesome It's got some Australian ads in it, but some awesome imagery. I'm just going to find the other imagery I liked in this one. On the back it's got some awesome stuff. So that's a whole little bit of a paper. So I tucked that in. Okay, next we've got, move that over a bit, we've got an envelope. So this is half in a security envelope, again hinged to another one. This is a birthday card I got from someone. I don't even know who it was. Smartline. Oh, house mortgage I applied for. This is the front of a notebook. This is some junk mail we get in our box. This is from Freedom. We've got a lot of retirement homes in Bendigo, so we get a lot of these, and this is really nice and thick. Summer reading, a bookmark from the library. What's this? What's on the way? Doctor on the way. So just nice pieces of junk mail, because she tells me she doesn't get a lot of junk mail down in Tasmania. We get, would be probably half an inch thick every week. We get a lot of these sorts of things, like the doctor one and this one comes through junk mail, and I get sent a lot with my business, and I tend to pick everything up as well. That's the envelope. Another half of a timetable. Some more. This, what's on at the Capitol. This is a flyer or a poster for our Capitol Theatre, which is a theatre that has lots of performances. So every time I'm up there we pick up a bunch of junk. Some handmade paper, some little envelopes here made out of long skinny envelopes, made out of magazine pages and book pages, so they're just stuck onto there. Another page from the gardening book. This is that from the tube of the Christmas roll paper again. I've just scrunched it up. Map of Ben. Sorry about that, the video cut out, and it's actually the next day, and I'm just finishing the flip through of this Flowish Journal that I made for a swap. So if the lighting's a bit different, I'm sorry. I'll work out how to put these two videos together. So this is a Mother's Day jewellery catalogue again. I love to cut out these jewellery pieces for my collage. And put them onto people and use them for things, and I love the flowers in this one as well. So there's a couple of flowers you cut out. Something more from an artist. I love this Kinder. Something more from an artist catalogue. This one here is the other side. No. This is a big map of Victoria. This is going to Tasmania, so I thought that would be cool. Some more, something about Bendigo. There's the other half of the map of Victoria that goes in the front. Some more of that Christmas, middle of the Christmas wrapping roll. It's got a nice texture on it. Another piece of the sprayed paper. This is one of my stencils I've been toying with but haven't released yet. Some couple of long skinny envelopes. They may need a bit of washi tape on the side. I'm having trouble with my envelope maker. I'm obviously pressing too hard with the scoring, because but that's alright. A bit of washi tape on the side of those will fix those up when you go to use them. Another little catalogue from this jewellery store. Every time I walk past I have to grab some. This is just awesome for a background, and lovely big jewellery pieces to cut out. I love these little catalogues and these earrings and stuff. I love adding them to collages, so I'll put a whole little booklet in there. Another page from some sort of junk mail catalogue, doily. Some more of my daughter's writing, although she didn't finish that. Another page from a book. That one's splitting a bit. I love this big collage and the green, and it's beautiful. And it's beautiful paper just to work on as well. So this is one of the hinges. You can see that I hinged the pieces of paper together with. I'm not sure whether I'll do that again. I might just go the version of everyone and fold in half. Other half of that. Other half of this jewellery catalogue. I love some of these big pieces. These are just gorgeous to cut out, and the feathers and stuff. And it's nice paper too. And some more postcards. I love these ones. These are from this Advent card. Oh, that one's a piece of artwork, or watercolour, digital watercolour. Who are you sharing your neighbourhood with? That's just funny. That's an environmental one. That's awesome. And this is kind of cool too. This is another something. Shepparton Art Museum. So the cards are awesome. If you can go onto the website and find them, you can get some awesome stuff, and they're free. So they're mostly at tourist attractions. Some coffee houses have them. A lot of art galleries have them. So if you've got a local art gallery, usually it's free to go in, or it is free to go into my art gallery, I think, in Bendigo, where we live. Love this image here. Some more just junk mail. That's the other half of the Victoria brochure. I love how it pulls out. This is some more from an art gallery book. The other half of that jewellery. I love these hexagons, and the hands are just gorgeous. The watches. And I love all the I hope you can see that, all the buildings in the background of the watch. Another half map of my town, Bendigo. That's the crinkled bit of paper. Some more book paper. Another postcard. I love that postcard. That's so cool. The other half of the handmade paper. The other half of the poster. I'm just going to be saying the other half. Tenancy agreement. Okay. Tenancy book. Some more train time total, and then in this envelope, this is the other hinged envelope, so I'll put some junk mail in here. What have we put in here? Oh, a massage brochure that come in the junk mail. We get so much junk mail. Download 2 free audible books. Something or other. So I'll put those junk mail in the envelope. So these are just security envelopes, and then this is from my post office box. We get these quite often. I might ask the mailman to start keeping those for me. They're kind of cool. And some more postcards. Oh, that's that one again. She sent 2 of these. This is our Bendigo Writers Festival. I love the bird with all the words in it. That's really cool. So I get a lot of imagery like that around that time of the year, whenever it is. So I put these in here. The other half of that paper. Some more coffee table book. I love this. This is just a gorgeous picture. The other half of another Bendigo brochure. Some more birdie brochures. There's the other half of this whale paper. The whale would be cute to cut out and collage together. Some more library brochure. Back of the story. More junk mail. And some more photocopies of book paper with stamps on it. Oh, and this coffee table book. Okay, so that's the end of the signature. I told you this was huge. Probably done it too big. This is an OPSM junk mail. Piece of junk mail that comes. It's just been taped with a little bit of tape on the side. This is, I love this fan with the glasses on it. Isn't this cool? So that's something that comes in the junk mail as well. Yeah, we get a lot of junk mail here. It's amazing. And since I've started junk journaling and since I've started collecting, it's actually come off. I have to stick that one back down. It's amazing how much free brochures are out there. You've just got to keep your eyes out. I was trying to find my... I'll do that in a minute. So this is on the open sessions. That's something to do with the Australian Open tennis we have in Melbourne. This is something, another postcard. I've got that many of these free postcards. I keep picking up a bunch. This one's a cool one. Create sustainability. Plant this card and it says it will grow something. It's got seeds in it. So that's kind of cool. You can actually see the little seeds in the card. So that's kind of cool. When I get these cards, this one I love. Tempest. What's this? Seasonal of Tasmania's. Sending it back to Tasmania. Curious Adventure. Step into the Isle of Curiosity and the evocative world of Shakespeare. Okay, so it's going back to Tasmania. When I look at these cards, they often put the new ones at the front. So if you grab out the whole bundle, they're in like a little, like a wire, usually a wire display or a wooden display. And if you take out the bundle, you often find different ones behind them. So I usually grab a few of each. And just some pages out of a planner, something dress-uppy children's thing that I had, and some note paper, and that's it. So this is my first Flowish journal. It has turned out to be a monster, and I may be adding some more junk mail to the package, because if it's going to cost me a certain amount of postage, I will make sure I get my money's worth and fill it up to the few grams below the postage mark with some more free brochures and things I've picked up for my swap partner. Let me know if you've made Flowish journals, or if you've not heard of them, you just need to Google Flowish journals. Wendy Mason was also doing some Flowish journals, so I'll pop a link down to her channel as well. She's a fellow Aussie. But yeah, I had fun putting this together. I want to put one together for myself now to sit on my desk, to then just have bits and pieces at my reach to journal from. And these signatures are probably too big there, not flipping so nicely. So I will get this one out in the mail. This video won't go up until my partner has received it, because I believe she does watch my YouTube channel. So I will catch up with you again. Bye for now.